Okay, part 2. Did you go get food? Are you watching them back to back, or are you going to take a break? Did you even make it through the first one? Why are you here? Did you see the first one? I'll leave a link for it. But this is part 2 of my whole food plant-based tag. As I said in the first one, I have the questions up over here. So if you see me looking over there, that's what it's for. And so we're just going to dive right back in. Next question. Oil or no oil, and why? Okay, I'm going to read this because I can tangent off on it, but I really like what Dr. Esselstyn and several of the other doctors say about it. The long and short, basically, we're a no oil family. As best that we can, we try to keep oil out of our diet. It's incredibly highly processed, which is pretty much takes it automatically off the whole part of your whole food plant-based because highly processed. It's 100% fat. There's no nutritional value in it. It damages your heart and your tissues and all of that kind of stuff. It makes you fat. I mean, Dr. McDougall says fat makes you fat. Duh. It's 100% fat. Yeah, so those are, if you want technical reasons why, it's highly processed, it's not whole, there's no fiber in it, it's bad for your cells, and it's 100% fat. Yum. So that's why we do it. But I like Dr. McDougall's thing on it. People love to hear good news about their bad habits, and in general, this is my opinion on it. Saying oil is healthy is another bad habit people want to hear as an excuse to not give up something that they love, no matter how bad it is for them. They already gave up so much by giving up animal products. It makes it okay to eat all the made-up fake foods that the system is trying to sell us. Can't make money off of it if you don't sell it. So the system twists it and promotes it as just like they do with animal products. There's no difference in we need good healthy fats, so use olive oil or coconut to promote the sale of oil. Then there is milk grows, strong bones. Eat meat, it grows strong muscles. The reality is these are slogans to sell a product. And there are plenty of ways to get healthy fat without ingesting highly processed, nutrient deficient, fiber deficient, straight fat. Anyways, it's just a waste of time. It makes a mess in your kitchen. I haven't had to scrub grease off of anything in 7 years. It's been awesome. There's no reason for it. It's replaceable in 99.9% of everything that you eat. No, you can't deep fat fry, obviously, if you don't use oil, but you shouldn't be deep fat frying anything. FYI, I do not believe that air frying is a replacement for deep fat frying. They don't compare. It's a completely different fish. But there are options that taste just as good, and there's no reason for oil. There really isn't. You just don't need it. And I was shocked how much, once you get it out of your system, first of all, how bad it smells. One of the first things I remember after going no oil was going into the grocery store, and they have you walk in the store and you go around the corner. First thing you run into is the deli aisle, right? Where they fry the fish and the chicken and the nuggets, and everything's fried, and you can pick up a quick meal. And Josh looks to me and I look to him, and we're like, what's that smell? And he goes, it smells like dog food. It was the cooking oil. It reminded us of the smell of the dog food. It was hilarious. And then you can start to taste it. The second time I remember that really stands out after going to oil was we had taken a trip to Bozeman, and we're on a trip. We're gonna eat out at the vegan restaurant up there, and I got a grilled cheese sandwich, vegan cheese, and I don't remember what the guys got, all this stuff, and we couldn't even hardly get through the meal because it was literally like you felt like you had to wipe the oil off of your lips because the bread was covered in vegan butter and toasted, and then there was this stuff in the middle, and then the salad had an oil vinaigrette on it, and then there was these French fries that were fried in oil and all of this stuff, but we didn't even get to finish it because you're just I can't, and it makes you instantly tired. That was the weird thing, is you're just exhausted quick. It's like Thanksgiving quickly. And so, yeah, we're a no oil family. Are we 100%? No, because if we can eat out, we can. If we take trips, you're probably stuck with it. But we don't have oil in the house, other than there's a box of 1040 in the garage for the cars, but even I'm not that desperate. So yeah, so that's, no, we're not, no oil, and it's not hard. It tastes good. I can help you if you want about how to change that and that kind of stuff. And I have whole pages about how to cook without oil and eat without oil and why no oil. So I'll leave those links down below. All right, let's go on to the next one. Are you still here? Is best whole food plant-based meal you've ever had. There's so many. No clam chowder is my absolute favorite. When I first went whole food plant-based, I found a New England clam chowder. I cried when I thought that I'd never get to have clam chowder again. I grew up on clam chowder. It makes me think of my grandma. When I think they were from California, we always had clam chowder. You know, you went and dug the clams and you made the clam chowder. And the thought I would never have it again because it was creamy and rich and I cried, and then I got mad, and then I got determined, and I found a recipe for New England clam chowder that didn't use, it was vegan, and it's been my staple ever since. I have it on my birthday. I have it on any special occasion. It's a Christmas meal. It is my favorite. It is my favorite meal, is hands down New England clam chowder. No clam chowder is what I call it. But I have my list up. I have French dip sandwiches. I love French dip sandwiches. That was when we went to the restaurants to go out to eat before. I always bought a French dip sandwich. That was my favorite. Bread, meat, and dippy. That was me. And now we make it with all different kinds of mushrooms and onions. The recipe that I have for it, and again, links down below, the recipe that I found for it tastes just like the au jus that you used to dip French dips into. And this is one of the times I'm not 100% whole food plant-based, because I like it in the ciabatta bread that you can get like at Sam's Club or Costco. I don't think there's oil in there if I remember correctly, but it is a white bread. But it's my decadent meal, and we don't have it a lot. If it's our special meal, and so I always make it with the ciabatta bread, because you can you toast them up in there. It's like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Barbecued seitan ribs. There's a chipotle barbecue sauce recipe that goes with those, and it is weird how much it is like the texture of meat. So if you're vegan and you don't like the meat texture, you're probably not gonna like it, but seitan was eye-opening for making all different kinds of things. I was shocked at it, but I do like one of my husband's favorite is barbecued seitan ribs, if you will. Pulled pork made with jackfruit. Never had jackfruit before, and it's amazing. And now our Asian market is getting king oyster mushrooms in it. They're these great big huge mushrooms, and when you shred them up, no joke, it looks and has the texture and everything of pulled pork. It's the craziest thing ever. But it's delicious. My favorite burger, my very favorite burger, although I do have a 4-ingredient lentil burger that I like, but my very favorite, it's a black bean walnut burger, and it has this saucy sweet onion sauce with red peppers, and oh, it's just so good. And there is nothing like beef burgers, okay? You're not gonna ever find that texture unless it's a completely faked out food. Stop thinking of that way. Go for flavor over what it used to taste and texture wise. But I would say that's probably texture wise one of the closer ones. It's a little firmer of a burger. But yeah, black bean walnut burgers with saucy sweet onions over them. Yeah. Oh, gotta. Caprese sandwiches. I make a cashew garlic cheese that you put on bagels. Not bagels. Well, you can put it on bagel. That'd actually be really good. But I usually put it on baguettes with all kinds of fresh summer vegetables, and it's so good. It's so good. Sushi is our #1 go-to. We make sushi 3 times a week, at least 3 to 4 times a week. Doesn't have fish in it, obviously, but we eat sushi in all different varieties. You can eat so much stuff in sushi. So sushi is a good one. Let's see, what else do I have on here? No, eggless egg salad. I used to hate egg salad. I didn't like the mayonnaise, and everybody was like, oh, it's so good with the white Wonder Bread. Now we make it with tofu, and we have this black salt. It's not black, it's actually pink, but it smells so bad, but it gives it that eggy texture, taste. And no egg salads, sandwiches and salads are one of my very favorite go-to in the summertime. We have it all the time. It's delicious with our homemade sour cream. No crab cakes with tzatziki tartar sauce type dips. Yes. I have a veggie rice casserole that is, I shocked my husband with, because it absolutely tastes like it's one of those chicken casseroles you bought like at Sam's Club in the pre-made thing, that it was like chicken and rice and frozen veggies and stuff like that, and it was this casserole thing, and it tastes just like that. I think it's a Monkeys and Me. Anyways, I have them linked, and so that's what. But the list is long. I think I have a page on a whole page of favorites, but every day is a food adventure, and I find something new. So there's so much good food that I had no idea about it. Okay, next one. Favorite place to find whole food website, but that's with the English. Favorite place to find whole food plant-based recipes. Pinterest. I could stop there, but I'm not going to. You need to sign up for a Pinterest account. Get one. It's free. Pinterest is probably the reason I was able to succeed at whole food plant-based, because at your fingertips you have bazillions of options for recipes. And when you don't know a lot about the food that you're switching to, like, what the hell is jackfruit? What do you do with it? Well, you type in jackfruit, vegan, whole food, whatever. I use vegan as a search word a lot because that's the sale word, the SEO of it. But I use it to learn about new foods. I use it to find new recipes to make. I mean, we've been doing this for 7 years, and we rarely repeat an exact recipe unless it's really, really good. So Pinterest, hands down, is what I recommend over Google. It's because you type it in and up comes all these beautiful photos of food, and your eyes choose for you, and then you read the ingredients and you're like, well, that's not that crazy. And that's the number one thing. Everybody's like, well, I don't know what to do with all these weird foods. Dude, it's beans, pasta, and sauce. Isn't that weird? It's not weird. It's not weird food. It's everything you can buy at a local grocery store. Okay, except for jackfruit. You can't get that at a local grocery store, at least around here. But in general, anything that you need to eat whole food, plant-based successfully, you can buy at a grocery store. But my favorite place to get recipes is Pinterest. It will always be Pinterest. Let's see. But if I have to pick an actual recipe website, Monkey and Me Kitchen Adventures, number one. She and her mom have taken all the work out of it. It's whole food. It's plant-based. It's oil-free. It's already got all of the conversions made for you. She has everything: soup, salad, desserts, main entrees, the whole works. And probably one of my very favorite parts about her recipes is at the bottom of the recipe, she always has a note section that's like this big. Why she used a particular thing, what it does in the recipe. It's like, do you ever eat like a tomato soup and it's really acidic? And I was always taught you put a little sugar in it, right? Baking powder, baking soda. No, what is it called? Baking powder, baking soda's cleaning. I don't know. Anyways, she gave me the tip for it and it works. But you have to check it out. monkeyandmekitchenadventures.com. It's if you're brand new to it, it's one I recommend. I don't know how to pronounce this properly. Connosaurus veg. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. But anyways, it is my other ultimate favorite. She has the largest variety of recipes I've found anywhere anywhere. She is not whole food plant-based, she's vegan. But they're very easy to convert. Usually it's like leave your tablespoon of oil out kind of thing. But that website, she's the one that has the French dip sandwich on it. It's so good. But those would be my top recipe websites. There's bazillions of them, of people. I do find now that a lot of them are just knocking each other off. You know, they rearrange the ingredient list and it's already been done. There's like 75,000 recipes for fake Parmesan cheese out there. And at some point, it's pretty obvious that you stole it. But I like recipe websites that have really unique meals because you can tell they came up with them themselves or pretty much. And so those are the ones. But Pinterest is hands down my favorite place to get recipes. Do you consider yourself vegan? No, I don't. Not because I don't believe in the cause. I do think it's important that we save the animals and we save the planet and all of that kind of stuff. But I feel like if we put the animals ahead of us, that's not doing anything different than putting everything else ahead of our health at the same time. We're already doing that. We put taste ahead of it. You know, we put junk food, we put ease, we put convenience, we put feeling normal, society's demands, all of that stuff ahead of our health. I don't think putting animals and the planet ahead of our health is another good, healthy way to make big changes in the world. I think that by being whole food plant-based, I am naturally already helping the animals and changing the planet. We don't eat animal products. No, I'm not 100% sure of everything that the rest of my life entails is not tested or contains something from animals, but in general, I try to avoid it. Our footprint on the earth has gotten tremendously small compared to what it was. We used to have 2 huge black garbage cans of garbage that went out every week, literally just piles and piles of garbage because standard American diet comes in a fart ton of packaging. Now we have maybe one black garbage bag that goes out a week. We don't waste anything. We don't have to throw things away. And so I feel like we've already dramatically changed our footprint on the earth to help with that. Because we don't eat animal products, we've already helped the animals with that. I think it's okay for once when it's this important to put yourself above all else in a selfish way. Get healthy, then help the animals and the planet. And once you're healthy, you'll realize that when you go to help the animals and the planet, wait a minute, you're already halfway there, 3/4 of the way there. So it's even easier. But if you're sick, it doesn't matter if you help the animal, congratulations, you're still dying from heart disease because you're eating all this fake food that's bad for you, So no, I'm not vegan. I also feel like the title shuts conversations down, especially here in Montana. In general, if you say, I'm a vegan, everybody goes, ah! Listen, no, partner. So I find the term shuts people down. I would rather have them not understand what whole food plant-based is than stereotype shut me down because I'm vegan. And I think that we need to fix how we spend our money, what we spend our money on, what we put in our mouth, and our health, and it will take care of, by natural progression, everything else that goes with that. And so I am whole food plant-based for my health and my world. Next question. Number 19 out of 20 something, 24, we're getting there. What vitamins do you take and why? I take B12 once a day. I take, my son and my husband take it once a week. It depends on how we process it. Due to my health, I need it more often. Due to their health, they don't need it as often. So they take it once a week. I don't even remember, it's 2,500 somethings. I'd have to grab the bottle, but I take B12. We take vitamin D in the winter time. We live in Montana. It's dark here a long time. So we do take vitamin D in the winter time, but that is pretty much all that we take for vitamins. I know there's all of these things. Dr. Greger has a great article on what vitamins to take and why. I choose to work really, really hard to have a wide variety of food in my diet so that I'm getting a little bit of everything that I need all the time. If we go in and we have lab work done and we're lacking in something, if you hear a rattle, it's my pellet stove. It's like 20 degrees today and a foot of snow. But if the lab work comes back and it says, "Ooh, you're not looking so good on this," then we will reevaluate what we do. But for 7 years now, all we've taken is B12 and then vitamin D in the wintertime. There are several links I will put down below about vitamins and supplements. Dr. Campbell has an amazing article on vitamins and supplements on how the industry is targeting single ingredients instead of the whole problem, and how you can actually do more damage trying to get individual ingredients put into your body than just to eat an entire, a well-balanced whole food plant-based diet. I will link that down below. And I also have a YouTube video that, not mine, that I have that's on nutrition, nutrients and deficiencies, and it's excellent about explaining what you need, why you need it, and why singular vitamins are not usually the best way to handle your nutritional intake. Eat your food. So yeah, B12 and vitamin D in the winter. Next question. Do you share your whole food plant-based journey with others, or are you more of a keep it to yourself person? Have you known me long? I shout it to the world. I had cards made up. I had posters made up. I'm the horn tutor. I have an entire website set up and dedicated to it. I have an Instagram set up dedicated to it. I have, I annoy the crap out of everybody I know with it. My husband annoys the crap out of everybody that he knows about it. Of course, everybody he's around is sick, fat, and dying, and they are all like, yeah, but I'm good with it, and whatever. But no, I share it with the world. I think the worst disservice you can do is to not tell people about this. They don't have to believe you, but your job is to share this information because your medical professionals are not. And so if you're not going to stand up and tell your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your kids, your spouse, all of these kind of things, okay, great, you're healthy while you watch everybody around you drop dead and get sicker and sicker and sicker. And I can't be that kind of person. I understand if that's not you, and hey, that's more the power to you. But in my mind, I was angry when I found out about this. Why nobody had told me about this. Forks Over Names came out in 2012. Why was this not to do? Well, because there's no money. So no, I share it with the world. In fact, what got me to do this tag was that I want to start a public group for the Billings, Montana area so that we can meet up and new people can learn about plant-based diets. Old people can share recipes, whatever. Old meaning you've been here for a while, not age. I don't care how old you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. I talked to a lady just the other day that she just turned 98, and she had been found whole plant-based 2 years before. She was no longer on any of her medication, no longer having to go into any of her appointments and that kind of stuff. And she's the coolest lady ever. But 98, it's like, it's never too late. She goes, I will die feeling better. And I'm okay with that because I won't be sliding down that hill to die. I'm not just going to be sitting here waiting. She says, I don't hurt as bad and I can move better. My joints aren't bad. It's bad, and it was, so no, the age doesn't matter. And I share it with everybody because it's my job. It's it's not a job. It's my passion. It's our responsibility to be a voice out there. You're not supposed to change people's mind. This is not that kind of thing. What you are supposed to do once you know is have them know. You got a chance to make a change because you had a choice, because you were knowledgeable. Somebody hooked you up with this. Nobody can tell you what to do. Nobody is telling them what to do, but now they have tools. They don't have to keep going the way that they're going because you said, listen, if you ever want to look into it, look into whole food plant-based. That's all I'm going to say. Or whatever. But if you don't say anything, how do you stand by and watch them get sicker and sicker? If they keep doing it, you can stand by and say, well, you know, there is a way out. I kind of told you this. And I have people that do that. We have we know a person that he's got bad diabetes, and no matter what we tell him, nope, attempting to lose your feet, not a problem. Fingers, fine. Can't hear, can't see, no problem. Change my way I eat, And this whole philosophy that I'm going to eat what I want, so I'm going to die eating what I want. Yeah, you are. But anyways, so yes, I shout it to the rooftops, and if you give me 5 seconds, I'll take it up with words. All right, next one. How do you deal with closed-minded people about your diet and lifestyle? To be honest, I used to think it was my job I knew this stuff. I have to make you understand. Listen, you need to understand this. And over 7 years, I've rode the roller coaster. When I first found whole food plant-based, I was going to change the world. Wait till to me, I knew as soon as I told people about this, they'd change. I mean, eat lots of good food. Don't have to take medications anymore. Don't have to be fat anymore. Don't have to be sick anymore. All right. Seems like smart saying. Nothing. Nobody. Not a single person we talked to. Locally. Nothing. It was, and so I went through this whole period of, well, fine, screw them. Fine, we'll be the example. But the reality of it is that now, these years later, I don't try to change their mind. I offer them information, and what they choose to do with it is, at least now they have a choice. There was a lady in our Facebook group that posted something, and I have since copied and pasted it 1,000 times because I think it's brilliant. It's the 5 stages that a whole food plant-based person goes through. It's kind of like the stages of grief. 1, amazement. Wow, this is awesome information. How did I not know about this before? Can this actually be true? Because it sounds too good to be true. Oh my gosh. Number 2, excitement. Run around, tell everybody and anything that will listen, the tree, the dog, the desk, whatever it is, tell everyone how awesome it is because they need to know. Once they know, kumbaya, right? Number 3, repetition. Answer the same questions and hear the same, but I couldn't live without meat response 1,000,000 times. Yeah, and this is where it starts to roll. The next one, anger and frustration. Get very angry and frustrated that people who need it the most would rather risk their lives than change. And I have spent the last couple of years just ticked off at society. What the hell is wrong with you people? That was what I kept thinking. I'm like, fine, just die, just be sick. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let my family do it. You're costing me healthcare money. $500 a month we have to pay in health insurance because you can't straighten your shit out. Thank you so much. Why can't you understand this? What is the problem? It's just food. Yeah, the whole gamut. I mean, anger, frustration. I can remember telling my husband, stop telling people about it. It's not worth it. Just angry because everybody was just like, oh, we're gonna do it. That sounds great. Not even thinking about it. What the hell was that? Where's my cheese? So yeah. And number 5, pretty much where I am now. Acceptance. Acceptance that you can't make people change while hoping that you have. Acceptance is that you can't make people change, but you have to hope that you've planted the seed. Once my anger got better about it, and my frustration level changed, and I recognized that I had to go about it a different way, there was acceptance. And that's why I fully believe, don't keep it a secret. Don't keep it a secret. Put your vulnerability out there. Don't preach at people. Don't scream at them. Don't throw the facts and shit at them. If they ask, tell them about the food. Tell them how you're not taking any medications anymore. Show them that you're not obese anymore. Be the example. Offer them support and help without judgment. Accept that they may not do it and that you did the best that you could with what you had. And so that's pretty much where I am on that. Next question. We're almost there. Has anything in your life changed since becoming whole food plant-based? Everything. Everything has changed. How we live, how we see the planet, how we see people, how we see each other, how we treat all of these things. Our garbage has been cut by 2/3. Our grocery bill was easily cut in half. We have smaller furniture. We have smaller cars. No more doctor bills. No more prescriptions to have to go get. No pharmacy trips anymore. No more dealing with insurance, paying for medical bills. No trying to get all these doctor's appointments so that they can tell us all the pills that they need to sell us. My husband being 8 years older than I am is no longer scary. I don't know how long I'm going to live. I don't know how long he's going to live. But I feel like I gave him the best chance to stay around as long as he possibly can. I feel like I have given my son the best future he can have. He knows how to cook. He knows how to shop. He knows why he's eating the food that he is. He's not just blindly here, mom plopped something in front of me and I have to eat it. He has options. He's learned how to snack and how to take stuff for work and how to make work and, you know, how to deal with people when they're like, come on, just have this, you know, that kind of things. And we've changed everything. We have a future now. We have changed our heredity, my family's future heredity. We are no longer sick by association. I don't know when we'll die, but I know that the years between now and then will be so much better than they would have been. And yeah. Next one. How much cooking experience did you have before becoming whole food plant-based? I should have put these in a different order, shouldn't I? None. I was Felicia at the drive-thru, Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Taco John's, the coffee place. I had a standard order, bigger, bugger, more. I could defrost a sheet pan of chicken wings like a professional. I had Mrs. Dash and salt as our seasoning. I had very little. I didn't know how to cook. In other words, I didn't know how to cook. I had no idea how to cook. We had a frying pan and a saucepan, and I didn't know what to do with them. There were just these things that went on there. I had a wooden spoon from my grandma, and yeah, that was it. I didn't know how to cook at all. I didn't know how to cook. And so when we decided we were going to do this, I got to figure out very quick that I had to learn to cook. There is no shortcut to whole food plant-based. You have to cook. You have to cook. You can make it easier, and you can make it more convenient, and you can make it more time-friendly, but the reality is you're going to have to cook. And so I took it as a challenge. I drug my then 15-year-old into the kitchen with me, and I said, if I got to learn how to cook, you can learn how to cook. And now I cook everything. I can bake my own bread. I can make crepes. I know how to use tools, and I have all the tools. Buy the tools. You need to buy the tools. Invest in your future. Buy the tools. Instapots. You have to have them. You don't have to have them. You don't have to have any of it. But the reality is the easier you make this to create your food, the easier it is to stick to it. It's just easier. So my Instapots, got to have it. Dutch ovens, got to have it. Gosh, what else do we have? A blender, a good blender. It doesn't have to be an expensive blender, but a good blender. My Breville, my Smart Oven Air Pro. I love that. You don't have to have that, but it does make things easier. different kinds of peelers and graters and things like that. It just makes it faster and easier. Learning how to store your produce, learning how to store things, buying containers that things fit into. These will be game-changing experiences when it comes to cooking, learning to batch cook, learning to prep your meals, not having to throw your food away anymore because you didn't know how to take care of it. So how much experience did I have? None. We had a microwave, a great big microwave actually, because you had to make sure everything fit in it, because those microwavable meals are big now. And I knew how to use the oven, and that was it. That was it. So if I can do it, you can do it. Last question. How long do you intend to eat whole food plant-based? Well, I hope my answer is the same one that you have. Or it will be the same one that you have forever, till the day I die. Whether it be tomorrow or 50 years from now, this is the way we will eat. This is the way we will live. It has changed all aspects of my life, from how I live, to the people I meet, to the people I hang with, the creativity of it, the doors that it opened. I will never be able to travel the world, but I can through my food. I get to eat so many different things that gets to take me to so many different places in the world. Japanese and Asian is my favorite. Japanese is my very favorite foods, and they are by their very nature very low in animal products. I hope to eat this way till forever, and I hope my son continues on it. I mean, I can only do what I can do until he leaves the house, but I figure if I keep his refrigerator full, he'll be all right. No, I won't make those choices for him, but I think he knows how to cook, and he knows it's just always been something that we do, so now it won't be as hard for him to pick it up. It's not like he's coming off the standard American diet as a 20-something and trying to learn how to be healthy. And he's also not having to backpedal from obesity or health problems either, so I'm hoping it's just his normal. But how long do we intend to do it? Forever. Forever. And I invite you, if you're not doing it yet, to give it a try. If you have questions and comments or concerns or issues, or just need somebody to talk to about it, please leave a comment, send me a message. My Facebook page is Living Whole Food Plant-Based. It is where I have most of our information. You do not need a Facebook account to view anything on that. You can just view it. You just have to swipe away the login. I'm on Instagram, but I don't put as much on Instagram because it doesn't give me enough room. I'm trying to work on my YouTube channel for this. Not really. I have a YouTube channel for it, but I don't feel like I have anything to contribute to that on the YouTube platform. I have a YouTube channel for my crafting. I'm Mouse Potato Designs everywhere else in the world. And I've been on YouTube since 2008, 2009. So I'm already on that platform for something else. But I think for this, right now, Facebook and Instagram are my main things. I started this whole video idea simply because I wanted to introduce myself to locals and for the longtime followers of my page, so you can see who is behind all the typing. I hope you're still here when you're done watching. I didn't think about that. But I want to start a plant-based group for Billings, Montana and the surrounding area. It will be called Living Whole Food Plant-Based Billings, Montana. I know, real creative, but I want it to be a spin-off of my page, like one of the little arms of it. I do have a Living Whole Food Plant-Based just group. It's for everybody. But right now my main platform is on Facebook, and I would love to have you follow and like and all of that kind of stuff. Everything I have is free. Everything is free. What the future brings on that, I hope I can do it for free as long as possible until it starts costing me money, maybe. But I really want to change. I'd like to change the whole world, wouldn't you? And so I hope that this is the beginning of an opportunity. I deal with anxiety issues, and so I am really taking responsibility for myself on that this year. And this is part of helping me get through my own issues. It also, the Facebook and the Instagram and the local groups and all this stuff, it also gives me purpose. And you guys give me purpose. My husband and son are on board, and not that they aren't a purpose. You kind of sometimes need a continued purpose. And many days when I thought, I am so tired of this, I remembered, oh, but there's somebody, you know, somebody will send me a message or somebody will leave a comment, and I'm like, oh, I can't quit today because people are relying on me, you know, I have a responsibility, and I need that in my life. You guys give me purpose. You are my family. You are my tribe. And I hope that what I have to offer already and what I hope to offer in the future is helpful. And I hope you give this tag a try. If nothing else, type it out. You don't have to do a video, but how fun would that be? So many of you have followed us since the beginning of our journey, and the idea that I'd actually get to see you beyond pictures would be a lot of fun. But I will leave all of the information in the description. Any links I can think of. Again, living whole food plant-based is me everywhere. And I will leave the questions down below too. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that we do many more of these. I'm hoping to do cute question and answer lives in my Facebook groups and things like that. And I don't know what I have to offer that's that special, but I hope that you will journey with me on this, and we'll see where it goes. One lady said, you need to open a restaurant. I'm shooting for a food truck. I want to change how Billings eats. I want to give them options. I want to have get-togethers and meetups at the nursing homes and change the way our seniors are taken care of and fed. I want to help people learn to cook. I want to help people learn what food is. I want to help make things easier for you so you don't have to learn the hard way like I did. I want to meet people who are like me. Finding somebody who eats like them and lives like them and thinks like them. Everybody wants that, right? And so I hope that I am that for somebody, and I hope that somebody out there is that for me. And gosh, wouldn't it be cool if I ended up with a food truck and then a restaurant and dreams, right? I think I'll start with coffee and hopeful one person shows up to chat with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my tribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Eat plants. Go taters. Bye.